it's still Dupree here. I want to talk to you about change today, because I'll tell you now that there's always going to be changes in your life. Sometimes good changes and sometimes bad changes. There are things that you have to deal with and make the most of them. I had to make big changes when my husband was diagnosed with a brain disorder. I had to then take over running the home, running the finances, which I've never done before. And I want to encourage every woman out there, for goodness sake, don't just leave everything for your husband to do. If he says, look, this is a man's job, forget it. Everybody if you're in a couple, a relationship, you both need to know what's going on with the finances, with how to get a new license for your car, how to do all those things. It's so important. When I first joined a cosmetic company, I had so many girls joining in my group. I was a group manager, and I had so many people that joined me. I had about 25 ladies in my group, and many of them had never owned a banking account. And because everything was done either in their husband's name, or don't ask me how, maybe they put it under the mattress, I don't know. But I insisted that they all learn how to open their own banking account and how to run a banking account, because I wanted them to be in control of what they were doing. And so there was changes that they had to make. And when you're in a business, you need to know, how is the business going? Are you tracking it? Are you tracking how you really are doing? If you're not doing it, you're going to go under. You're really going to go under. You need to know that you are actually earning more than what you're spending. You know, it's the same in a home, and it's exactly the same in a business. And if you're finding too that you're getting totally bored with what you're doing, stop it. Because if you can't put your energy, your enthusiasm, your encourage other people, if you're not enjoying it, you know, they'll see it. I had my own gym for about 18 years. And then when I felt, look, I had taped enough music, I had worked out enough exercise programs. In fact, my kids used to laugh at me because we'd be traveling here, there and everywhere, and I'd be doing this, you know, in the car, and I'm sure the people driving past probably thought I had St. Vitus dance or something, you know, because I'd be making all these movements. But what I was doing, I was actually working out a new program, you know, and I'd have music on in the car, and I'd think, yes, we could do this and that and the other to it. But once I got bored with that, I gave the business over to my daughter. I said, look, it's now time for you to do it. You know, if you want to take it over, you're welcome. And it's the same in every business that you're in. For goodness sake, if you've lost your passion, find something else. Because if you've run one business, you'll be able to do it again. And especially if you run it well. I mean, all my businesses made money. You know, there's not one of them that actually lost me any money. And so it wasn't as that they were doing badly, that I gave them up or anything like that. It's just that it was either the right time. For instance, with my medical garment business, I gave it over after 8 years. But because my mother needed more of my attention, she was already in her 90s, she lived with me, and she needed to be cared for. And also it was very awkward having patients coming in to see me at home, and for stoma belts and things like that, and then my mom getting in long conversations with them. And it was not very professional, so I decided, no, look, this is time now to make a change. And so be aware of when it's time to make a change, and just get on and do it. Just you can wind down gradually, or you can just say, I've had enough. You know, let me pass this on to somebody else. I've never sold a business. I've always just passed it on, because I felt I started from nothing. You know, let's give somebody else a chance, and let them carry on with it. And with all the fabric and all the things that I bought for my one business, I phoned a charity. I said, you know, look, if you've got a bucky, bring a bucky. I think in the States they would call it a utility vehicle, whatever, or truck or something. Bring it, because you're going to need it. Because I want all the stuff out of my house today. You know, because if you're going to make a change, for goodness sake, just make it. You know, don't hang on to things. Let it go. Let it go. Anyway, just just enjoy what you do. That's really what I'm really trying to tell you. Just enjoy it until you've had enough and then give it up. But anyway, please subscribe to my channel and please just say like if you want to. Okay, bye.